Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite little Casio calculator watch. This watch is with the reference number CA-506-1DF. Let's get straight into the dimension of the watch here. The case width is 35mm. The thickness is 10mm. The lug to lug is about 45mm. The lug width is 20mm. The case of the watch is of a resin material. It's not metal, although it might look like metal, but it's not metal, and it's finished with a two-tone gray or silver color. On the top here is a darker grayish silver, and on the bottom side here it's with a bright silver color. At the top there's a Casio logo sitting on a grayish color plastic, and right in the middle of the watch there's also the same gray color plastic with alarm chronograph printed on it. The crystal is acrylic, and at the bottom the buttons are rubber, and there's an overlay acrylic on top of the keypad. At the bottom there's a printed calculator word on it. Let's get straight into the display of the watch. The main display shows the time in hour, minutes and second, and here SU it's showing the day of the week. I do wish that by default it's rather showing the date rather than the day of the week, because most of the time we'll be using the date more than the day of the week, I guess. On the side there are two buttons, one with the black rubber button and one with the metallics finish button. The black button is used to cycle through the modes, and the silver button is used to adjust the date and the time of the watch. Let's cycle through the watch and to look at the function. And before that, just now I mentioned that by default it's showing the day of the week rather than the date of the week. So in order for you to see the date, you just press the top right button here. So you press and hold. So it's the first two digits are the year, the middle one is the month, and the final one is the date. Let's cycle through the function. On the first press of the mode button, you get straight into calculator. In the calculator mode, you can do basic calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let's try and see how it goes. So I'll just simply press. Of course, if you look at the display on the keypad, the numbers at the front is followed by the key at the right. So let's see, if I want to press 3, I have to press this button, 3. Then if I want to press multiplication, it's this button here. Okay, you can see there's a multiplication sign. And then let's say just press a 4. Okay, and then for equal, you just press this button here. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. And let's say we want to reset the calculator, you press the mode button again. Okay, so this is the calculator part. And if you press this button again, it will go back to the normal timekeeping. From here, you can press the button again. This is the calculator. The second time, it will go into alarm. So this is where you can set your alarm. In order to set your alarm, you need to press and hold the silver button here. I'm just not going to do that. And here, as you can see, there's a DT. It means that this is a dual time. This is a second time zone that you can keep track with this watch. The second time zone can be adjusted by pressing this small silver button as well. And this is a stopwatch. So to start and stop, as you can see, there's this marking here. So if you press here, you start the stopwatch. You press again, it will stop. And then here is lap or reset. All right. Okay, and you cycle again, back to the timekeeping, alarm, dual time, stopwatch. So that's all for the function of this watch. The main attraction of this watch is definitely the calculator, because it stands out the most when you're putting it on the wrist. Now I'm going to show how to adjust the date and the time of the watch. In order to do that, we need to press this small little button and hold for a while. Okay, so now you can see the second is blinking. Okay, and to cycle through between the second, hours and minute, you press this black button. Okay, this is the PM 02. In order to get the correct time, we just press the number on the keypad. For example, I want to change this to let's say for example 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. So I press 0, and the second number I press 4, right? And same goes for the minute. So after we are done, we cycle through, and then this is the year, the month, and the dates. That's all. So once you're done, just press this small little button again. It's kind of hard to get, but once you press, it will go back to the regular timekeeping. Right now that we are done with the function of the watch, let's go a little bit into the bracelet of the watch. The bracelet is, as you can see from here, it's hollow bracelet. It has a satinized brush finish all over, even on the sides, but of course you can see that it's a hollow link. And then the end links are hollow. And on this watch, it is quite easy to adjust the size of the bracelet to suit your wrist. What you need to do is just use a metal tool, put it inside this, and pry open. Once it's open, this buckle here is free to slide along the entire length of the bracelet. So once you're in a position that you want, you just press back this latch and then it will lock in place. The clasp of the watch is a hook and press system. So you basically hook this clasp here, and then you just press, it locks in place. It locks quite firmly, so there's no worry of the watch coming loose on its own. In order to open back, you just pry open this and unhook. So that's a little bit on the bracelet. This is the back of the watch. It is with the regular 4-screw style typical Casio case back. As you can see, the caliber number is 3028. This is the model reference of the watch. It's a stainless steel back, water resistant, made in China. So this watch is only rated to be water resistant. That means that it's only able to withstand some splash and not really for you to dip it in the water. Since we are at the caliber number, let's talk a little bit about the watch movement. Of course, this is a digital quartz movement. It is with an accuracy of plus minus 15 seconds per month. So of course, for quartz, they are relatively more accurate than the typical mechanical or automatic movement. Alright, this is how the watch looks on my 6-inch wrist. The watch doesn't look too oversized due to the short lug-to-lug, and the slim width of the watch certainly gives it a very fitting and not too overpowering look on my small wrist. I believe guys with bigger wrists can pull off this watch as well. So this is how the watch looked on a grey leather band. I actually like the combination of the grey leather and the silver grey color of the case. This is how I would normally wear the watch. I prefer it to be on the leather rather than on the flimsy hollow bracelet. I think that this kind of combination gives the watch some kind of a special look. It sure is an attention grabber on its own, but with the grey leather strap, I believe, or I think that it is even more attention grabbing. Alright, time to wrap up this video. All in all, I think this is truly a very value for money piece, because for that affordable price, it is able to bring back so much memory in my childhood. And if you're a kid in the 80s, I think you would understand what I meant by that. And with that said, it's time to end this video. So if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please follow me on my Instagram, gfw_watch, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.